Hi, this is Nikki Lynham from educatingnow.com, and I am here with Jada to show you how to administer the running records for math.
Hi, I'm Jada Doulard, and I am 10 years old in grade 5.
So I'm going to administer it this way first, and then we're going to start with addition, and then I'll move on to subtraction, and I will show you how to do the coding for that. So this time you'll get to just watch and listen to how we administer it. The biggest tip right off the bat is to avoid trying to teach while you're administering it. It's hard to do because you want to just show the students a strategy if they're missing one, but the goal of these is purely for information getting for you. So it's just going to be an interview without any teaching or tutoring along the way. Okay, here we go. So Jada, I'm going to ask you to tell me the answers to those when you know them, and then we're going to go through a second time, and I'll be asking you what your strategies for them were and a few other questions. So this time you just tell me what the answer is when you've got it.
Okay, 1.
For the first one, what happens when you are adding 0 to any number?
It just kind of stays the same right here.
How come?
Because you're adding 0, and 0 is nothing.
Okay, so what if I gave you 8 plus 0?
8.
And what about 5 plus 0?
5.
Okay. And what about adding 1 to a number? What happens when you add 1 to a number?
It turns to be 1 bigger.
And how did you figure out 5 plus 6?
I guess I kind of just made this a 5, and then I knew there's one more, so it equals 11.
If a friend did not know how to solve 6 plus 7, what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to make them 5s, and then whatever you had left, you would add that.
Okay, so walk me through 6 plus 7. So
you make it a 5 and a 5, and there'd be 3 left, which would equal 13.
Okay, thank you. Now I have these other questions for you in part 3. Do you like math?
Yeah, once I learned new strategies, I really like math.
And what do you find easy? Or what did you find easy on this?
This and this and this and this.
Thank you. And what did you find tricky?
I found that I don't really find them really hard, but I think ones that I kind of got a little bit, took me a little bit of time are this one and this one.
Okay. And what do you do when you get stuck?
I just kind of take the time, and I just kind of just really take the time to vision what strategy I have, and then I kind of use those numbers and I just kind of calculate.
Great.
I just really look at the page and stuff.
Thank you. So a couple other things to note while we were going through that. Notice that I didn't indicate whether she got anything right or wrong, and I didn't congratulate her on a certain strategy. Again, at this point, it's just information gathering without judgment, so that students can just share where they're at. Okay, now we're going to do a subtraction one.
I know that it still stays the same, just like addition.
Okay, so what's 4 minus 0?
4.
What's 6 minus 0?
6.
And what happens when you take away 1 from a number?
It just becomes one number less.
So what's 3 take away 1?
take away 1 is 2.
And 11 take away 1.
10.
I have not started using these levels yet. I'm not going into that great of detail. At this point, I'm just looking to see if she knows the strategies, no, emerging, or yes, and whether she actually knows it and can articulate it. Okay, what about this one? Whoops, sorry. What's 9 take away 9?
0.
And tell me the strategy for that. What happens when you take a number away from itself?
If you take, since it's the same number, it's always gonna equal 0. Like if it's subtraction.
Okay, how come?
Because you're taking 9 away from 9, and you're taking all of them away.
Good. So what's 4 take away 4?
0.
What about this one here? Let's jump to here for a minute. 17 take away 10. What do you do when you take 10 from a teen number?
I just took away, in the addition I said that this was 10 and this is a 10 here, so you can easily just take this away and then it equals 7.
What's 19 take away 10?
9.
What's 15 take away 10?
5.
Okay, what about this type of a question? What do you do when you're solving these problems? Like you're taking 3 away from 13 or 13 minus 3.
I did the same thing here.
Okay. And so what's 14 take away 4?
It's 10.
And what about 17 take away 7?
10.
All right, what about this one? So how did you solve 14 take away 7?
I knew that 7 plus 7 equals 14, so I knew that there would only be a 7 left.
Okay. What about if you were trying to figure out 16 minus 8?
8.
Okay, and what about 18 minus 9?